Right now, there is a massive war going on between Facebook and Apple. And in retaliation, Apple just leaked all the ways that Facebook is spying and stealing your data.
Zuckerberg.
See that Facebook is tracking all of this data across apps, even when you're not using Facebook. So let's go one by one here. They're checking out your personal data, your contact information, the places that you shop, the locations that you go, other data, other manufacturers that you use, more location, user content, your contacts, your usage data. And this is part of a massive ongoing war between Facebook and Apple, and things are really heating up. After this happened, Facebook actually started a complete website in an attempt to own Apple and get the people back on their side. We're gonna go over this and all of it in today's episode. Back to the Bobby Krieger Show. My name is Bobby. I'm a social media strategist and marketing agency owner. Talking about the latest in social media, talking about algorithms, censorship, updates, and stories like this. So let's just dive right in. But before we do, if any of that sounds interesting to you, please subscribe to this channel. We are new here, and please smash the like button. It helps us out within the algorithm and lets other people know that my content is at least somewhat decent, and YouTube should try to show it to other people. So here's what's happening. Essentially, there is a big fight between Facebook and Apple, and it's all over terms of service. So for years, signs of discord has brewed between Facebook and Apple. Their chief executives, Apple Tim Cook and Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg, have periodically taken thinly veiled shots at each other. If they're making money mainly by collecting gobs of personal data, I think you have a right to be worried, Mr. Cook said of Apple's companies like Apple. There's a little dyslexia for you. In turn, Mark Zuckerberg has reported, you think because you're paying Apple that we're somehow in alignment with them. If you were in alignment with them, they would be making cheaper products. But now Apple is making changes that threaten Facebook's business. So here's what's going on. I'm just going to summarize it for you. Essentially, Apple is making an update next year where they're going to have users opt in to whether or not they want to share their personal data. Right now, if you have a Facebook, you automatically opt in into sharing your data, and you automatically opt in if you have the mobile app to sharing other things on your phone, like personal data or your contacts or your browsing, all of this crazy stuff you're opting in on. Well, now Apple is saying, hey, people should have the right to choose whether or not they want to opt into things like that. And now Facebook is coming back and saying, no, we need this data. Facebook, they create this website, and this is where I got incredibly mad. So Facebook, in retaliation, creates this website. Small businesses deserve to be heard. Apple's latest update threatens the personalized ads that millions of small businesses rely on and find and reach customers. We're giving small business owners a place to speak their mind. So Facebook is coming back and saying, look, if you do this, Apple, you're hurting small business owners. Now, there's just a couple of goddamn problems with that. Who do you think makes the most money for Facebook and Instagram? Who spends the most on advertising? It's big corporations. It's not small businesses. In fact, I have this statistic right here. More than 60% of Americans don't trust Facebook with their personal information. That means that they already think that Facebook is taking too much information. And 62% of small business owners say Facebook ads miss their targets, meaning most business owners that run ads on Facebook don't see profitable returns. Now, the CEO of Instagram is coming out and he's responding to this saying, personalized ads are an important tool for small businesses to identify and connect with their customers in a way that only big budgets allowed before. This is particularly important right now, given all the challenges that small businesses face. You know what? He's right. He is right. Small business owners can thrive and they can reach more people now with Facebook ads than traditional marketing that wasn't available to them before. But here's the thing. You're lying. The majority of people that make money for Facebook and Instagram are large advertisers. And you're thinking, well, Bobby, there's an easy way to prove this. Facebook should release the statistics that show how much money is driven from Fortune 500 companies or marketing budgets of, let's say, over $10,000 or we're saying big marketing budgets. So let's say over $100,000. Release those statistics. However, they don't release those stats. These are the 35 biggest advertisers on Facebook. Facebook now makes over $2 billion in revenue every quarter. And 1.8 billion of that comes from paid advertising. Yet, remarkably little is known about Facebook's biggest advertisers are. Facebook does not disclose that information to the SEC, and its executives rarely talk about how much money individual clients spend on Facebook marketing campaigns. So nobody knows the stats. However, we know the stats of these companies right here. Samsung spends 100 million. P&G, 60 million, Microsoft, 35, AT&T. Now you could start whittling away at the chunk of their estimated $1 billion revenue, which is quarterly. You can do the math here and start to figure it out for yourself that Facebook is making money off of large corporations. Now we can start to unravel this cookie and we can start to peel back this banana like an onion. And I'm an ogre and I'm peeling back a goddamn onion in this video, man, because everything that Instagram has said lately is not lining up. So for example, the CEO of Instagram is saying that personalized ads are a way for small businesses to grow. False. It's these large corporations that are making money, the majority of which, 62%, say that they don't work. And with this, you can just do the eye test. If you've ever tried to use Instagram ads to grow your Instagram following, you know it doesn't work. If you've ever tried to run Facebook ads, you know that you need to spend a large amount of money to see any significant data back. You can't just throw $5 anymore like you could in 2016. The problem extends even further because every single update that Instagram has been making lately has been in favor of small business owners. So let me pull up my goddamn phone here. You remember this app, this home screen update that we all hate and have now? Look at my phone right here. So look at the bottom now, you see that there is a shopping tab. So if we click on the shopping tab, now instead of the like button, you have shopping. And the CEO of Instagram comes out and says, we've updated the home screen. And in a time as unprecedented as this, where business owners more than ever need a place to get their items shown, we've created a way for business owners to make money. Oh my God, and you click on it and you see nothing but big businesses. Look, Puma, Dallas Cowboys, more Puma. And of course, these are the accounts that I engage with. But the whole point is that if you're a creator on Instagram and you don't have a large following, all of the updates that Instagram has been making are only affecting the top 1%, the top 1% of creators and the top 1% of those that spend advertising dollars. Look at the replies that he's getting under this. Besides me being a dick, usually struggling businesses, using struggling businesses as a cover to protect your business model is pretty low. Maybe you don't misuse people's data, and this wouldn't ever have happened to begin with. Maybe if you didn't take away the algorithm and engagement away. Facebook running scared from a policy which will make a positive difference. I don't care. I want access to my... There's no positive comments here. I wonder why. Now, let's bring it back to the beginning where Facebook is fighting off against Apple. Now, Apple, let's take this for what it is. Let's take it for what it is. Apple isn't the best company. I mean, let's be real. They have their numerous issues. But however, one thing they've done is protect users, at least in a way that makes it seem like they're trying. We all remember the stories of, the CIA and the FBI wanting to hack people's phones to get quote unquote terrorist data because this person might be a enemy of the state. And Apple says, no, we're not going to give you a back portal to our users' information. Apple has gone above and beyond to protect users' data, or at least so it seems. That's completely, if you want to spam me in the comments, Apple's the worst, Apple's the enemy, that is completely fine. But at least they're trying, and they've always scoffed at Facebook because we all know that deep down, a lot of these companies know what Facebook is doing is wrong. And we could just do the math in our heads. Has Facebook and Instagram gotten better as a product over the years? No. Have they made more and more money on advertising over the years? Yes. So how could a product get worse and yet make more and more money every single year? How could engagement on a platform go down and yet make more and more money? It's because they keep finding new ways to sell ads to large corporations. And as large corporations start to divert their traditional marketing budget from newspapers and TV and traditional media to into electronic digital stuff like this, of course they're going to make more money and they're going to find new ways to, to hurt us. At the end of the day, this doesn't help the users on the platform. It doesn't increase user experience. And Facebook is trying to weaponize small businesses and create empathy for something that doesn't help us. Facebook, if you wanted to help small business owners, you would help with engagement. There's no one to sell to. You could give everybody the option to sell and get the swipe up link right now on Instagram. It wouldn't matter jack shit because no one's engaging with their content and no one's growing a community. You're giving us tools to sell, but nobody to sell to. So of course, every time you update, it only affects the top 1%. Now, let's go on TikTok and see how TikTok is handling this situation and see how TikTok is helping small business owners. Now, this is one of my favorite accounts. His name is Hard Jewelry, and he is like many TikTok accounts that essentially just post their shit to TikTok. And he is a jewelry brand, and he has over 200,000 followers he's accumulated in the past 2 months. And all he does is he posts videos about his jewelry and his experience as a business owner. And you know what, people? They see it, they like it, and they go to the link, they click it, and they buy. And this story has been repeated over and over and over again. Instagram, if you want to help creators, help with engagement first. That's it. I'm going to leave it here. What do you guys think about this war between Apple and Facebook? Who do you think will come out on the other side? Obviously, I didn't give much negative about Apple here. You know, there is a lot to be said about Apple. And I do want to leave with this last statement right here. Please subscribe if you find this information useful. Let me know what else you want me to cover on this channel here. Follow me on Instagram at Bobby_Krieger. Leave a comment. Who do you think is going to win this battle? I'll see you guys in the next one.